Hey, what is up? Today we are adding a loading screen just like these ones to your Roblox game. It will replace the standard Roblox loading screen and give your game a professional feel. It can even prevent certain types of bugs in your game. So let's get started. First we want to disable the default Roblox loading screen, and we need a script for this. So let's create one using the plus icon next to replicated first. The code we want will look like this. And now when we join, it'll put you in the game right away. Now, we want our own loading screen, so let's make one now. Within Starter GUI, add a screen GUI using the plus icon, and within that, put a frame. We want our frame to cover the whole screen, but if you just grab the corners and pull it out, you'll get a bug where the loading screen won't actually cover the full game space for anyone with a larger screen than you. To solve this, let's select our frame and head to the Properties window, where we can set the size to 1,1. If you moved your frame, set the position back to 0. Great, now use text labels and images to customize your loading page however you'd like. We will add a progress bar at the end of the tutorial, so make sure you stay around for that. But there is still an issue. The loading screen just stays here. It's never going to complete and actually bring you into the game, so let's fix that. We want to add more code to our script that will check for when loading is complete, and when it is, it'll hide the loading screen. The code that does this is quite simple, since there is a pre-made function to check if the game is finished loading. We'll just add this code to the local script we made, and now our loading screen is fully functional. But there's still no loading animation, so let's add that. Head back to our loading screen and create a new frame within it. Set the position to 0.5 and the anchor point to 0.5 as well. This will center the bar. Then adjust the size to 0.2, 0.05. This new frame will denote an empty loading bar, so let's just make it an outline. We'll do that by adding a UI stroke, which will outline the object you put it in. Let's set it to a thickness of 3 so it shows up a little better. And then let's set the progress bar's background transparency to 1. These corners would look better rounded, so let's add a UI corner and set its corner radius to 0.2. Great. Now create another text label. You can do this easily by selecting your title and using Command D to duplicate it. Drag it down just above your progress bar, change the placeholder as 0%, and resize it how you'd like. Now let's head back to our code and update this loop to iterate the progress. We'll make a progress variable like this, and check to make sure it reaches 100 before loading the game. The number you put into the wait function here will determine the minimum wait time on your loading screen. 0.02 will give you a 2-second minimum. Now we can print out the progress variable to make sure it's working, and sure enough, we load to 100 and then the loading screen disappears. Now let's update the progress text label. We're going to want to reference this loading screen again, so let's turn it into a variable. Now we can replace the print function with this line of code that will update the text on our loading screen. These two dots are how you do addition with strings, which are anything in quotation marks. Now when we hit play, we're going to get a live loading screen, but we want the progress reflected in the bar as well. So let's go back to our loading screen and add a new frame within the loading bar. Set the size of this frame to 1 and choose a color that matches the rest of your screen. I think I'll go with orange. Now we want the code to adjust the size of this frame depending on progress. So go back to the script and add this, which will change the size of the progress bar. Now to make it based on progress, we'll just change this 1 to progress divided by 100. And now we're done. Look at this thing go. If you ran into any errors, throw them in the comments or into my Discord server. I'll try to help the best I can. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Subscribe if you're new here. My name is Blueberry Boy. I'll see you in the next one.